it's Morgan, and today I thought we would do a little bit more of a chatty video. So far my channel has been really short 2-minute videos, montages of shorter clips that I've taken and compiled together with music, and I wanted to do a little bit more talking. So as I stated in my About Me video, my name is Morgan and I'm a current university student here in the United States, and I'm studying health behavior science. We focus on different ways that we can implement change regarding people's health behaviors to optimize their health, and this might have to do with diet, exercise, and other sort of lifestyle interventions. So the reason that I start off with that little preface is because this video is going to be focused around a few different emotional and mental health topics, and I am going to be talking about body issues, self-image, self-confidence, body positivity, and things like that. The reason that I wanted to talk about that today is because I've been doing a bit of reflecting recently with myself in regards to the topic of social media. And this is a big topic. I've talked to a lot of friends about this, and basically social media can cause a bit of a weight on a person when it comes to their perception of themselves, their perception of other people, and it's really interesting to me to think about what everyday life would be like without the presence of social media, and kind of how I would feel differently about myself and maybe about other people. I find that I'm constantly overanalyzing other people doing what they do in comparison to how I live my life, and if everybody else seems really busy and happy and I'm just kind of not doing anything at that particular time, I feel inadequate and I feel like I'm not doing something right. And it has occurred to me that it's a very unhealthy way of viewing yourself and of viewing other people, because everybody is putting their best foot forward on social media. Obviously, everybody is showing the parts of themselves that they want to be seen, and the parts of themselves that are happy and having a good time and busy and at their best. And we, as the viewers, are seeing these parts of people and comparing the best parts of others to the worst parts of ourselves, because we're the only people who get to truly see that. And I think that this has a lot to do with people struggling to accept themselves for what they have and what they are, because of this huge comparison game that I feel like social media has encouraged among especially youth. And growing up in the social media era, or at least the beginnings of it, I remember when I was in middle school and Facebook was the first thing that anybody touched social media wise, and progressed into Instagram in my high school years, but I still don't feel like it actually became that important to me or my friends until probably into college. And you know, I'm a proponent of social media in a lot of ways. I'm not trying to sit here and say that I think that it's all harmful and it's all bad, because obviously I have a platform here on YouTube, I have an Instagram, I have a blog, and I have another Instagram account, and I've been really thinking about this, and it's occurred to me that I need to take some time off of Instagram. And I'm not talking about the Veg for Days Instagram, I'm talking about my own personal account, because number one, it sucks a lot of my free time, and I don't even realize I'm doing it. I could be, you know, sitting and waiting for an appointment, or sitting and waiting on the subway. I could be reading instead of kind of scrolling through my Instagram feed mindlessly, like looking at what other people are doing and letting it affect me. It's just not great for your emotional health. I respect the fact that a lot of people enjoy Instagram because of style inspiration or food inspiration, and it can be harmless, but it's just important to be aware of how things are making you feel. If the people that you're following on Instagram, say they're Instagram models, are you looking at these pictures of these, you know, women and thinking, wow, they're so beautiful, and you know, if I looked like that, I would be so happy, and consequently making you question yourself by thinking, wow, if they have this, it somehow takes away what I have. You know, your beauty and your worth has nothing to do with the beauty and worth of another person, just because they might have what you perceive as a more socially acceptable body type or a more desirable hair color, whatever the case may be. That doesn't make that individual have any more worth than you do, and it doesn't take anything away from what you have to offer and the quality of person that you are, based on their looks or based on their size. I really am going to take this opportunity of thought to kind of test my attachment to my Instagram account and take off a couple weeks. And by that I mean log out of the account, don't scroll through the feed, don't post on my own account, and so on and so forth. And this doesn't sound like a very drastic thing to do. It's only a few weeks. I'm not just deleting my account and wiping the app and all of this, because I am keeping the Veg for Days account because I think that causes me a lot of enjoyment, and I truly only do use that for the sake of the food. I want to see if I feel any better not knowing what other people are doing and posting and comparing, like, wow, you know, she's at the beach right now, I'm just sitting at home, like, man, her life is so great and mine sucks right now. And had I not seen that picture, I wouldn't have been thinking that. And I feel like one negative thought leads to another, especially when it comes to kind of self-deprecating and insecure notions of what you should be doing or where you should be. So, you know, to wrap up my point, I think that in this era of wide comparison, social media, and particularly Instagram, it does a lot to a person, and we don't often realize it. I find myself going out with friends sometimes and thinking, oh my gosh, look at that perfect photo opportunity. And that's the way that I'm viewing my life. And it's really hard to be present in the moment with, you know, your friends or your family, or on a trip and you're traveling and you want to capture these moments, just worried about finding the right angle. And when you see other people posting, you see the one picture that they liked enough to post. You didn't see the 50 other failed attempts. As I was saying, you're comparing the realistic, you know, self that you know, and that's you, and you're comparing it to this idealistic image of another person because that's all that you see from them because of the lens of social media. I think that that is causing a lot of difficulty in this generation. Self-esteem and body image, it's so competitive. It seems so petty in the scheme of things because it's so much wasted energy on trying to portray something so that everybody else can see how busy you are and see how happy you are and how nice you look. So that was just a little bit of a chattier video. I thought it was a topic that was worth talking about, and it's been something that's weighing heavily on my mind recently. I'm trying to downsize, and along with that comes more digital minimalism, and this doesn't mean that I'm advocating that everybody delete their Instagram right now. I just think, for me, I'm testing out the waters of how I feel when I don't have that energy in my, you know, space anymore, and how I feel, you know, living more presently in the moment and not trying to get, you know, the perfect picture of me in that moment, but rather having the moment be perfect in and of itself, because you don't need a picture to capture a memory. It's nice to have them to look back on, but, you know, do that for you. Don't do that for your followers. Don't do that for the sake of your feed. If you have anything to add, or you have any recommendations for other topics for me to cover, then I would be more than happy to do that. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.